Let's see.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
I think so.
Should
I
really
think
see.
we're live. I think we're live. What do you think, DBO
I
Mouse?
don't know. Are we live?
I think so.
Well, that's
I
good.
think so.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a fan. The fan is ranking. Yes. How's everybody doing today? Hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday.
Mm.
Yeah.
Fantastic Friday.
Fantastic Friday.
Fantastic Friday.
Yes. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, wunderbar Friday.
Yes,
Yes.
it's Friday.
It's Friday, ladies and gentlemen. It is Friday.
It's Friday.
It's Friday, my dudes. Yeah. All right. Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing today? Hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday. Yeah, we just chilling over here. We just chilling over here. Another beautiful day under the Lord's green, on the Lord's green earth, on under His blue sky. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. All righty. Did you hear that they were delaying GTA 6, ladies and gentlemen, again?
GTA 6.
Yeah, GTA 6 is getting delayed again. They're delaying it to May 15th now. What
Oh,
the heck?
wow.
My lord, we got all sorts of crazy things before GTA 6, man. It took them like 12 years just to come out with the game.
Alright, what's another couple weeks?
I Everybody and their mother was just sitting there waiting. They're just hoping the game doesn't turn out bad. I'm like, please, for the love of the world.
Maybe they need a little more time to make it the best.
But then again, it kind of makes sense that they're taking all this time because GTA 5 was considered one of the best games in the world.
Really?
So, like in the world, like in the history of video games. So,
History of video games.
makes sense. Makes sense that it would be that they'd need to top that with something else, you know? The next one's gonna be taking place in Florida, Miami. You already know. You already know where I'm at. Mm-hmm. Miami. Bienvenido a Miami. They have crocodile fighting apparently, or alligator fighting. So that's gonna be cool. I'm gonna be wrestling alligators in that game, man. I'm gonna be wrestling alligators. It'll be great. Apparently that's a thing that you're gonna be doing in GTA 6. Apparently. I don't know for sure. Hold on one second, ladies and gents. I'm just getting myself all set up. Yeah. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are chilling. We are chilling like villains. How is everybody doing today? How are you guys doing? Whoop. Hello. Yeah. Ooh, let me get my. Boop. Let me get that up there. Beep. There we go. All right. But yeah. Hope you guys are doing wonderfully. I'm doing good, man. It's another blessed day. Yeah, it's a new day. Yes, sir. Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful day. Call me the WWE Tag Team Champions because it's a new day. There you go. See? See what I did there? The new day. Well, that is the name of the WWE Tag Team Champions, at least a Raw. So, yeah. All right. But yeah, we're just getting our announcements up and all that good stuff. What did you guys get to do yesterday, ladies and gentlemen? How was it yesterday for you guys? Put it in the chat. Yeah. Hope yesterday was good. I hope today is even better, and I hope tomorrow is restful and fulfilling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna work today, and then afterwards, I think it might be a little rainy on the weekend. If it's rainy on the weekend, I'm gonna just get a nice sleep in, get some R&R. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Especially with that thing DBO Moms drags me into doing. She like drags me into this thing where you put cucumbers on your eyes. I don't understand it.
You still don't understand it?
I still don't understand it, but I just lay there and I'm like, you know what? Like, she the thing is, right? She'll think I'm paying attention to the whole thing. I'll be asleep. I'll be asleep.
You're supposed to sleep under the cucumbers.
I'm like, she's like, yeah. So the cucumbers are meant to exfoliate. I don't even know what that word
You weren't
means.
paying attention. That's not what they do.
Like I said, I was asleep.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. She's like, they're meant to take the bags out of your. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's for.
The puffiness out your eyes.
Yeesh. Use this face cream thing. I take,
No,
take
use
nice
the nose thing.
shower.
That's what I like to put on you, the
One of
nose thing.
those hot baths. Ever get one of those hot baths? And it's just like just, to loosen the old muscles. That's good for you. All that good stuff, man. It's always good. Always good, man.
Mm-hmm.
Can never go wrong with one of those.
Right.
Yeah. Something to alleviate something that can alleviate soreness, tension, tighten muscles, etc. It's good. It's good. Yeesh.
Yes.
Always good, man.
That was good.
Yeesh. Yeesh. But yeah. That's what if it's nice and sunny out, if it's nice and sunny out, I'm just gonna chill, man. I'm gonna go out on the beach and relax. You know what I mean? Yeesh. Yeesh. All right. So we got that going on. Mm-hmm. Let's get this over. Meow. Yeah. How you doing, DVL moms?
Yeah, okay. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
Yes.
It's a wonderful day. Yeah, a little song with the little kid from Africa. He goes, "It's a beautiful day, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a vibe. That's the vibe
That's
I'm
a
in.
good vibe.
God bless that kid, man. I hope he's doing good. I hope that kid has many beautiful days, man. That's just like, come on, man. That's cool. I like that. I like that, man. I can't hate on that.
Yeah.
Can't hate on having a nice day. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, what do you guys got planned for this weekend? Put it in the chat.
Put it in the chat.
Me personally, man, I'm thinking of either R&R, if it's rainy out, just some R&R, you know, extra sleep, you know what I mean? Get some of that good stuff, you know, that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
It's
That's what I'm gonna be on.
funny.
That's what I'm gonna be on, man.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. Yeah. You know. Get the thing is, I'll get even more. DVO moms will be lecturing me on like what these fancy schmancy creams and stuff do for the skin, and they exfoliate and blah blah blah. And I'm not gonna be listening. I'm gonna be asleep. Play some video games, maybe read a nice book. Good stuff, you know? Nah, I'm not gonna go outside because it'll be rainy.
It's raining now.
It'll be rainy. I'm not gonna do that.
Good night.
Might go grab some groceries though. Might do that.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, might grab some groceries. Buy some groceries. Yes. Might do that because, you know, like I like food, man. You guys know this. I love me some food. I bring up food quite a bit. Yeah. Yeah, man, it is good. What did we have last night? We had pork.
We had a pork loin.
Pork loin, yeah. Had a pork loin, man. It was great.
Yeah.
With some asparagus and what else do we have with it?
We had yuca.
Yuca, yeah.
Good stuff that you got.
Yuca. I don't know. Yuca tastes like French fries to me, a little bit.
It tastes like French fries.
I don't know why. Like not fully like French fries. It tastes like a vegan version of French fries.
But it's not really fried up that crispy.
I know, but it tastes like it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. For some reason, maybe it's just me, man. It could be. Maybe it's just me.
I think it's you.
It's probably just me.
You can make yuca fries out of them, but that's
Yeah, no,
what we
no,
have last
no.
night.
By the way, PLRZ is 101%.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, PLRZ now 109.
Oh,
Yeah, hold on.
Oh,
PLRZ 109%. Did we?
really?
Yeah, Really? And by the way, that is a second bagger, man. But
Yes, it is.
we just stepped up into the building and already we got another one. Jeez.
Really? Wow.
Hold on.
Wow.
Wow.
Where'd that come from? That was a sneaky guy.
Yeah.
He's sneaky.
PLRZ is now 109%. What's going on over there? We got another bagger? A second one already?
Yeah, yes.
We just got here.
You just
Ladies and gentlemen, did you see that?
Yeah.
We just got here, man. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. All right. I see you.
That's just crazy.
I see you. Okay.
Now we do.
Definitely.
Yes, we do.
Oh, we saw it before. We called
Yeah,
it
we saw
earlier.
We called
But
it before, but it sneaked up in that just to be.
I tell you
that's
what,
our
man.
job.
It just went
Wow,
pop
wow,
and then
wow,
just
wow.
proceeded to. It went right there.
Yeah, it
You
did.
hit it with that slap.
Yeah.
It saved you with a slap. You know what? Right there.
Wake up.
Good morning.
Wake up.
That's exactly what it was there for. Yeah, it wanted to save us with a slap, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Ever heard that saying though? Save you with a slap.
No.
Yeah, no, it's a hilarious saying. What it means is basically I'ma slap you, so to save you from yourself.
Oh, that's yeah.
It's an old
That's
saying.
That's a common thing.
It's an old saying. It's a hilarious saying. I've heard friends of mine say that to other friends of mine that were like, you know, if they were acting like a fool, because sometimes you know it happens, right? It's like, all right, come here so I can save you with a slap. It's like, thank you. Oh yeah, you're good. You're good, buddy. You'll be fine. Hey. It's like, pow. Okay, there we go. It's like the Denozo slap. Ever seen that? In NCIS?
That's in the back of the head.
Yeah, that's in the back of the head. This is like the facial equivalent.
Yeah, but
Of a
that's
Denozo
different-
slap.
That's a different meaning. That's
Yeah.
a totally different meaning type of slap.
No. The saving someone with a slap, that's the same meaning. It's just, you know, one's in the
Really,
back of the head.
Actually, most of the time, it's more like, you know, save you with a
slap needs to be like, okay, you're out of it. You're getting a little out of control there. Let me put you back to reality now.
Bap!
Then the other slap is more like you done something dumb. I'm gonna let you know about it.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Man, God bless. I can't get into NCIS anymore because they changed up the whole staff. Yeah.
The entire
Honestly,
cast
just
pretty much.
yeah. Honestly,
gone.
just leave it be.
Yeah.
At this point,
Almost the
just
whole cast
just let
is gone. So.
just
Original.
let the series go. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Some people probably still like it. Anyways, let's get this intro done.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? It's Double Nicks, and welcome to another episode of Microcap Mornings. I am your host with the most. They call me DBL Nicks in the house, aka the Rainmaker. And I am here with the lovely Serengeti specialist who hangs around in the tall weeds and the high trees and the low seas, hitting them high knees, sometimes with 2 cups of coffee. Sometimes she likes to jet ski. Sometimes she likes puppies and kitties. Other times she likes to steal my lo mein. And other times she likes to take my hot pockets.
That don't rhyme.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah, I made it rhyme a little bit.
Not really. That was
It was like a false rhyme, but it sounded
not at
sounded
all.
good. It sound my lo mein, yeah.
The low mean was a stretch. The other one was a fail. No.
Hot pockets.
No. No.
Add 2 e's instead of ets. You know.
Oh Lord.
We call it DBO moms. Got her. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded. And remember to share. Because sharing is caring, ladies and gentlemen. Sharing is caring.
Yes.
And of course, if you want access to our private Discord for 4 days to get pre-market picks like these 2 pre-market picks that I'm about to tell you early, link to join us in the description down below, so be sure to check that out, as well as the pinned comment section. Again, be sure to check that out. We pick a lot of baggers a lot of times. We are just made different, and the early bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. Yeah, man. Yes, sir. All right. So, yeah. That's pretty much it there. Anything else you want to say, DBO moms? Yeah.
I think you said everything.
All right, good. Okay. So, now that we are clear on that. All right. Hold
Now
on.
that we're clear.
Yes.
Hello, everybody.
let's get right
Welcome
into
to the
it.
stream.
Because we pick a lot of baggers a lot of times, man. So, for example, we called only this morning. This morning we called some stuff. Yesterday we called some crazy stuff. But this morning we called FRGT, Foxtrot Romeo Golf Tango, 237%. Yeah, baby. All right. We also called PLRZ, Papa Lima Romeo Zulu. That one went up 109%. Yeet. All right. And then, of course, oh, by the way, FRGT is 274% now.
Oh my.
Yeah, just randomly went up again.
Oh my.
274%. Sorry, I underestimated FRGT. We went up 74%. At 274%. Click on FRGT real quick. Let's click on that real quick. Let's click on that. FRGT. All right.
78%.
Yes, and then we called a couple of baby ones. Little baby ones, little baby ones. All right. And FRGT, by the way, is currently going up 278%.
Yes, it is.
All right. Let's see what their news is here. Freight Technologies pioneers Trump crypto treasury with $20 million convertible note facility. These guys have a 1.43 million float. Volume is 93.28 million. So the volume is pretty good.
Pretty good.
It is for a bit of a double top here. Has to break that double top though. for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Now listen. Hold on. Let me get rid of this over here. Bop. Let me get rid of that. Let me get this up here. Alright. Boom. Alright. Let's zoom in the room a little bit. There we go. Alright. So, of course, we got a little bit of a trend upward. Slight trend downward over here. Little descending wedge curling back up into a very small A, B, C, D. And now it needs to break this top tail, this double top over meow. You know what I mean? Over meow. Meow. Yeah. Yeah. It has to break that, ladies and gentlemen. But it did hit a nice high of 274%. And you know how I like that. I like that. Alright, and of course, you got a couple of runners here. We got CNEY 93%, SPHL 91%, KIDZ 81. Is that a 1 or a 7? 87%, SOPA 34%, BTOG 44%, PTPI 27%, SUGP 23%, and ADIL, which we actually did a video review on last night. So you could check that out on our YouTube. Be sure to check that out, man. We put up a lot of YouTube reviews of stonks on our YouTube. So check that out. Like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell icon to stay notified when new videos are uploaded, and remember to share. Yeah, baby. So, yeah, we got that going on. Not to mention the fact that yesterday we called some crazy ones. We called some wild stuff, right? Right, DBO Moms? We called some wild stuff, yeah. Like, for example, all right, we called KIDZ, which, by the way, I think went up way higher than 412%. I think it was in the 500s, wasn't it?
I don't know. That's what I had. As far as 412 is the highest I saw there, but you know.
No.
I mean, if it's
yeah, 527. Actually, 616. We called KIDZ.
That was later after the.
Yeah, okay, that was afterwards.
After
we called KIDZ, and it went up 616%.
Yes, after hours.
Yeah. We called Zcar, which ran up a nice 322%. HCTI 157 and NAOV 119%. I say again, NAOV 119, HCTI 157, Zcar 322, and KIDZ, which ran up a nice 616%. We called all that stuff for our private pre-market Discord. Again, ladies and gentlemen, 4-day trial is in the description down below for $199. $199. So be sure to check that link out while supplies last, man, because hey, it ain't gonna be lasting for much longer. I'm just saying. So you never know. You might want to grab that deal. That's a bargain. You know what I mean? That's a bargain. Anyways, so now that we got that going on, let's see what else we got. So right now we got FRGT currently has a reasonable float of 1.43 million. Volume is 94.92 million. They have news that they're pioneering a Trump crypto treasury with $20 million convertible notes facility, and they're using the cryptocurrency TRUMP, which is the Trump cryptocurrency. So they got that going on right now. All right, FRGT went up a nice 274% off of this news. So there you go. Yeah. So that's what they got going on there. DBO Moms, could you hand me my water bottle? If it's not over there, it should be in the other room over there. Yeah, it should be right there. My water place, because it's a little dry, man. It's a little dry, a little bit dry. You know what I mean? Sometimes it gets a little dry. You know, ladies and gentlemen, it gets a little dry. Yes. And I got like a big old 1-gallon jug of water. Water. Yes. Sustenance. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get this drink. I'm back. Ooh, that's that stuff.
Yeah, back.
Yeah, you see that? That's that nectar of the gods right there. It's just basic water, but hey. Alright. It's also a China port. Total assets surged by 53%. Yes. And also, this is a gaming stock, allegedly. It's basically a Chinese stock, so, man,
Eh?
man,
Yeah.
not liking it. Not schmexy, not
Yeah.
schmexy at all. Not schmexy. Let's check out PLRZ. PLRZ. Alright, let's see.
Yes.
PLRZ currently had a nice run up 109%.
Yeah,
Nice
yeah.
little run over there. Nice little runny poo. You know what I mean? So, let's get some support and resistance lines up in here. Alright, let's get some support and resistance lines. Alright, now PLRZ came out with some news yesterday that they had insider buying in the form of a Form 6K. So they had that going on. Scroll down for me, DBL Mom. Scroll down. Alright, let's see. The float for them is 2.15 million. Volume is 43.7 million. So they got that going on. Yes, sir. All right. The float is a lot less than the volume. The volume's a lot higher. I like that. I like that a lot. News is a bit outdated, but that's okay. That's fine. It had a nice run, 109%. Can't be mad at that, ladies and gentlemen. I can't be mad. All right. So it did have some gaps here and there as well. So that was a bit choppy, but other than that, it did have a nice run. For example, let's get the graphite pencil activated. You got the absolute low over here at 23 cents. Bop right there. You got an absolute high over here at 65 cents over Mya. Okay. Then after that, you got another one over Mya at 47 cents. Another one over here at 51. Another one all the way down here at 37. Another one over here at 39. Another one over here at 34. Another one down here at 32. And then, of course, another one over here at 26 and change. So you got that going on. And then, of course, the one all the way at the bottom at 23 cents. Boom. That's what you got, baby. That's what you got. Yeah. So, this stock currently had, let me get the other graffiti pencil. Bop, right there. All right, let's get ourselves set up. Okay, it had a nice run up, 65 cents. Proceeded to go all the way down over here and make a little bit of a descending wedge before making a little A to B, B to C, C to D, all right? And then had another little bit of a pennant being formed over Mya, boom, before curling up like that, and then curling back down a little bit more. And now it looks like it's trying to curl off the little descending wedge over there as well. So you got that going on. You got that going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Know what I mean?
So we have three.
Yes. We have a descending wedge.
Yeah.
Then after that, you did an A, B, C, D, then a
Yes.
pennant, and then proceeded to make another descending wedge. And it looks like it's trying to curl off of it. Has to hold that 39-cent mark and break through that 47-cent mark
Yeah.
for it to be remotely schmexy to me.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Has to be remotely schmexy to me. All right. So yeah,
Get
That's-
that bomb ticket.
yeah, that's in my bedroom. Yeah, it's in the bedroom. That my watch goes off every day at 7:50 for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know how to turn it off. So
It's 7:50.
I don't know why it does it at 7:50. It just goes beep 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 beep, and DBO Moms always thinks it's a bomb. It's not a bomb. It's just my watch.
It sounds like
It's
the
like-
type
it's-
of, the type of thing that comes before the kaboom.
Where's the kaboom?
Yes.
That was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom. Yeah, that's what she says all the time, man. I don't get it.
Sure you do. It's Looney Tunes.
I know, of course I do. Of course I do, man.
It was supposed to be.
Man, I miss Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Like they got new Looney Tunes, but it's not as good as the old one, man. They don't do it as good. It's like
Blank was the best.
it's like old recipes compared to new ones, right? You know what I mean? Like it's just an old recipe compared to a new recipe. You know, the new one is okay. It's pretty good, right? But the old one, they don't make it like that.
No, it's really.
They don't make it like that. They got Tom and Jerry, but Tom and Jerry ain't as funny. Like it's funny, but it's not funny. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. The old Tom and Jerry, man, you could watch that all day, man. It was great. I once did watch that all day. It was amazing when I was a kid, but you know, that was the old Tom and Jerry, man. Now they got the new Tom and Jerry, which is fun. It's funny. I like it, man. They even have one where like they're in the real world, right? You know, they're in a real world up to their antics and stuff like that. And then like real people are like, what the heck is a cat doing chasing a mouse down the street with a frying pan? Like what? Like that was funny. It was funny to me. Don't get me wrong. I smiled. I did smile. A big smile. Yeah, it's my smile. A happy face. Yeah. Yeah. That was my Eddie Murphy. My Eddie Murphy
Thing.
impression.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy was amazing. He still is. He's hilarious. He came out with, I believe, what was it called? What was it called? Coming to America.
Very funny.
The first one was hilarious. The second one was also pretty funny,
Yeah.
but the first one was way better. The second one was good though. Second one was pretty good. It was funny. All right. That they made a whole meme out of that whole movie. It was great. So yeah, yeah,
What you think of it? Yeah.
of course, man. They made a whole meme out of that movie. It was glorious. It was glorious, ladies and gentlemen. It was glorious. Did you guys ever see that movie? Put it in the chat. Coming to America. I love that movie.
Really great classics of the. I believe it was the 90s.
It was a certified banger.
It was.
It was.
It was similar.
Truthfully, it was a certified
Good
banger.
Stuff, good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeesh.
Funny, funny.
Oh my lord, it was funny. All right, let's see here. What else do we have? RSLS. Let's check out RSLS. Let's see what RSLS is doing.
What's that doing?
RSLS. Yeah. Especially when they come from the great country of Zamunda. Yeah, man. That sounds like that sounded like an amazing country too. I'm like, yeah, Zamunda. And I could tell it was like a parody, a bit of a parody of Black Panther, like from the Marvel series. I could tell it was like a bit of a parody of that. It wasn't like on paper it wasn't, but I could tell they stole some little aspects of that, like Zamunda being a mythical country. Like they did that. I'm like, you know what? That's amazing. That's amazing. Hey, look, they played that up. Anyways, RSLS currently moving upward right now. Let me get the graffiti pencil. Bop right there. Currently moving upward here on. Let's check the volume. The RSI shows right here that it's a bit overbought, the RSI, but that's okay. Let's see what the volume is. The float is 10.48 million, a little bit on the high end, okay, but the volume is 20.85 million, so the volume is twice as much as the float. So that's pretty good. I like that. Also, they have some news that so they have some news that came out this morning that Reshaped Life Sciences presents preclinical data on its proprietary diabetes neuromodulation device at the 12th Annual Minnesota Neuromodulation Symposium. That's a thing?
Okay, yeah.
They have neuromodulation symposiums?
I guess so.
I guess they do.
Wonder what takes place there.
Neuromodulation. Duh.
Like I said, what takes place there?
Well, neuro means head, modulation means to modify, so they're modifying the noggin. It's English. Yeah. There you go. Boom. They're modifying people's noggins.
Yes.
Or at least like proposing different ways to modify the old noggin. You know, a little bit. Whoop. Hello? Is anybody in there? Your
Yes.
brain in there. Yeah, your brain in there. Okay, cool. We're gonna fix that. Yeah. Or they at least try to get rid of like certain desires or urges. I'm
You have to
guessing
look
because
that up. What is
they have a
neuromodulation?
they have a diabetes neuromodulation device, which means that it has to be basically because with diabetes, I'm pretty sure how it would work is, they people tend to want more sugar and stuff like that with diabetes. So I guess what they're trying to do is basically get rid of that urge
That would be
to
interesting if that's what it was.
to get a lot of sugar in their
Mhm.
system because they become insulin resistant. So
Yes.
I guess that's one way to do that. They want to do all that stuff. I guess that's what they're trying to do, ladies and gentlemen. I guess that's what they're trying to do. So they're trying to make it so that the brain doesn't crave such things, or makes it harder for the brain to crave such things, because part of it's mental, the other part's like your body's like
Yeah, maybe
So,
that's what it is.
yeah. I mean, hey, if it works, it works. And hey, you never know, man.
Yeah.
I mean, neuromodulation devices. I'm guessing there's just devices that basically, you know, alter your thought process, or repress certain desires or things that you want to do that aren't healthy for you. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Like, for example, let's say that somebody, like, let's say your dog has an itch on its butt that it's not allowed to get because and they have to wear a cone, right? I'm guessing with a neuromodulation device, you give that to the dog. The dog don't want to bite his own butt anymore.
Maybe.
I guess that's what I
Sounds
guess,
like a good guess.
or at the very least, it has less of a desire to bite its own butt.
Right.
You see how it works?
Yeah.
Yeah. Call me Dr. Doubles with the amount of PhD that I'm dropping here. PhD in Bangernomics, by the way,
Yes.
from Big Bang College, BBC. Yeah. Hey, look, I got the answers. I got the answers. So, hey, what you laughing about, huh? What you laughing about? I got answers, man. I do. Neuromodulation Symposium. Yo, Neuromodulation Symposium. Hit me up. Sponsorship. All right. It's a psychological process by which a given neuron uses one or more chemicals to regulate diverse populations of neurons. So basically, what it's saying is
Okay.
it's basically trying to repress a certain neuron desire. So ever seen that meme, ladies and gentlemen? There's like a meme with like a monkey.
It's
and
supposed to regulate your neurons.
Yeah, like if ever see that meme with it's like a picture of a regular monkey, right? And it's looking at a picture, right? The monkey's looking at a picture, and it's a picture of something that is desirable to a person, be it a delicious food, right? You know, a beautiful person, something like that. And it says neuron activated as soon as that thing that causes dopamine in the system. The monkey's eyes just widen as it says neuron activated. That's what that is. Take that meme and make an entire.
I've never seen that meme.
Oh, you gotta see that meme. It's hilarious. There's a picture of a monkey looking at a pizza, right? Then there's a monkey looking at a pizza with Doritos for crust and stuffed crust, and it says neuron activated. Like, yeah, it's great. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you had pizza with Dorito crust? Is that what you're saying?
Look, it activates my neurons. I don't know about you, okay? All right. Pizza with stuffed crust, neuron activated. There you go.
That.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's say you got a car that looks nasty, but then you got a Lamborghini, neuron activated. There you go. It's
Yeah.
something that's appeasing to the eye,
Yes.
right?
Okay.
And sends dopamine to the brain skull.
I got that.
Yeah, you guys didn't think I knew about that stuff, huh? I've been learning quite a bit since I've been in the stock market. Yeah. Like neuromodulation. I know what that is now. Hey,
Okay.
look.
Right.
What? I
Right.
do know what it is.
Okay.
Before I was in the market, I didn't know what that meant. You learn something new from the market, man. You do.
Mm-hmm.
You do.
You do.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
All
so
right.
that today.
Oh, currently FRGT is now 213%. But to review, we called FRGT earlier this morning prior to its 274% run, PLRZ prior to its 109% run, CNEY 93%, SPHL 91%, KIDZ 81%, 87%, excuse me. But before that, KIDZ yesterday we called it, and it went up 616%. So
Yes.
it's a little bit of continuation there, a little bit, nothing crazy, right?
Yeah.
You know, but there was a little bit of continuation to that move, right? It had a nice 616% run. It was a masterpiece. We called it yesterday.
Unbelievable.
Yesterday morning. You could even watch the yesterday stream and we were talking about it. So yeah, we were calling that, right? SOPA 34%, BTOG 44%, PTPI 27%, and SUGP 23%. And then we also had ADIL 37%. And ladies and gentlemen, be sure to check out our video on ADIL, ladies and gentlemen, because we did a
Yes.
review on that.
A lot
We
of
did a review on that.
information.
And let's get a share party going, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Share party.
How about
All right?
that
Share with your
party?
mom. Share with your dad. Share with your brother, your sister, your cat, your dog. Yeet. There we go. I pulled a Jey Uso with that yeet. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Yeesh. So,
Yeah.
currently, that's what we got going on. That's what
Yes.
we got going on. All right.
Yes, sir.
Now, let's see here. Let's check out
Going on.
FRGT again just to see what it's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
That's what it's doing.
Let's zoom in the room.
Uh-huh.
All right. Currently, FRGT is forming a pennant over here. A little bit of a pennant. Has to break through that pennant for it to be schmexy. Oh, I almost forgot to give it some levels. I should give it some levels, ladies and gentlemen.
Levels. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. There we go. So you got the absolute low at 90 cents. You got an absolute high at $3.92. All right. Then you got some movement over MIA at $1.19. Another one over MIA at 146. Another one over MIA at 217, 265. Right. Then you got one over here at 289, 339. 370, and then of course 392. So you got that going on right there. Right now, FRGT is forming a little bit of a channel time. Give your moms.
Yes.
Give your moms.
Yes.
Channel time. Channel time. It's channel time. Channel time. It's channel time. Yeah. Yeah, it's channel time. Let's get that channel up. All right. So you got the channel right over
Yeah.
Mya. You got that channel
That's
right over
where it
Mya.
is.
A little bit of a channel. All right. It also had, actually, it was way before that. Let me remove this one. Excuse me. There was more channeling over here. A little bit. All right. So you got the channel time starting over here, and then just going all the way through here. So there's a little bit of consolidation. It has moved up and down below it. It has primarily moved up above the channel, but sometimes it just consolidates a bit more on the channel there. So we'll have to see what happens with that. FRGT did have a nice run, 274%. It does have news that they are pioneering Trump crypto treasury with $20 million convertible note facilities, and their float is 1.43 million. Volume is 101.34 million, so that's pretty good. It's
Yeah.
approximately 101 times more Yeah, higher than the float.
Higher than the float. Yes, sir.
Ish.
Yeah, right.
Mm.
What else is good today?
What?
Anything else?
Hmm.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Let's see here. Let's see. All right. Currently, let's see. Let's see. PLRZ is at 96%. I think PLRZ is trying to curl.
Mm-hmm. Let's
I think
take
it might
a
be.
peeky-weeky.
I think it might be
Now,
PLRZ.
let me take a closer look.
PLRZ might be trying to curl, ladies and gentlemen. Could be.
Let's see.
Could be. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's zoom in the room. See if what we got is true. Actually, yeah. I think so. Because you see what it's forming, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I got a hunch here that it might be a cup. All right, little cup, little tiny one. Cup cup. Hey. Cup and handle. A little bit of an awkward cup and handle, but it looks like it's a cup and handle, ladies and gentlemen. Could potentially be maybe a little bit. A very wobbly cup and handle, but a cup and handle nonetheless.
Mm.
You know, that new candle just came in, so it is what it is. But we'll see. Maybe. Because it is trying to curl up. Before it was in like the low 80s. Now it's in the high 90s. Jimmy John Baptiste says, good morning, guys. Good morning, Jimmy.
Good morning, Jimmy.
Good morning. How you doing, brother? How are you, man? Hope you're having a wonderful day.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what we got going on, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we got going on. Could it potentially be a cup and handle? Maybe. Has to hold above this 47-cent line over here, break through the 51-cent line over here for it to be somewhat schmexy to me.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we got that going on. Any thoughts on RSLS? Actually, let's check it out. Let's check it out.
Take a look.
RSLS. Let's check it out here. All right. So RSLS currently had a bit of an interesting situation here. So we got it over here. It had a nice move upward. Here. Actually, as a matter of fact, I want to fix up this line here. So let me remove this. So we got this right here. Bop. Right there. Had a nice movement up to the top at 61 cents over here. Right, and now it's just a little bit consolidated. Needs to break this pennant over here for it to be somewhat schmexy to mirror. Now let's see what we got here. So for this stock, we're gonna need to get some support and resistance lines. So you got absolute support over here at 0.325. All right, hold on, bop right there. Another one over here at 35 cents. Another one over here at 37, right? And let's zoom in the room a little bit, right? And we got some more over here at the 43, 46, and 48 mark, right? You got some more at the 52 mark. Another one all the way over here at the 56 mark. Then another one all the way up here at the 61 cents and change mark right there. So that's what we got going on. Needs to break this pennant for it to be somewhat schmexy. Has to hold above the 52-cent mark and break through the 56 cents mark for it to be somewhat schmexy to me. Yes. So that's what we got going on. All right. It is a bit overbought in the RSI, though. But Reshape Life Sciences presented its preclinical data on its proprietary diabetes neuromodulation device at the 12th annual Minnesota Neuromodulation Symposium.
Yes.
So they got that going on. They have a symposium for that stuff. So let's check and see the floating volume again. And RSLS has a little bit of a high float at 10.48 million. The volume creeped up quite a bit and is now 37.21 million. So it could potentially curl, you know, but it has to break through that pennant and it has to break through the two levels, has to hold 52 cents, break through 57 for it to be good for me. Yes, sir. All right. MLGO looks like it's doing some stuff. MLGO looks like it could be potentially doing some stuff. Let's see what MLGO is doing. Let's see. All right, MLGO did go down quite a bit. Not liking that. Let's zoom in the room over here. right? Quite a bit of consolidation. I could tell this is some low volume activity over here, all right? But they did have a bit of an ABCD pattern over here. A little interesting one right here, if you notice. One, right? A to B, B to C, and then C to D. It was moving, but now it's forming a bit of a top tail, and it's very sporadic. It's got a very low float of 797,000. Volume is 654,000. Volume's creeping up on the float, but the float is pretty low, so it's going to be a little sporadic in my opinion.
Yeah.
So not liking that too much. Bird gets the cash, the moolah, the loot, the cashola, the big bucks, I tell you. We called already FRGT 274%, PLRZ 109%. Who does that? Nobody but us, ladies and gentlemen. Can nobody do it like us? Always duplicated, never replicated. Well, actually, it's always, is it always duplicated, never replicated, or something like that? Yeah, well, anyways, can nobody do it like us? I mean, they're the same thing, but you get the point.
Yeah.
Can't nobody do it like us. Anyway.
Right. That's it.
FRGT called that one 274%, PLRZ 109%. Then we had, I forget, TNMG 72%, SPHL 80%, NAOV 119%, HCTI 157%, ZCAR 322%, and then of course KIDZ 616%.
Wow.
Yeah.